Hi there. You've been saving for years, cutting back, living smart, saying no to things you wanted just to hit that six-figure goal. Now you're almost there, $100,000. But strangely, nothing feels different. No fireworks, no freedom, just another number. But what if that number isn't just a milestone? What if it's a gateway? Because after 100K, money begins to behave differently. Growth accelerates, opportunities multiply, and most importantly, your mindset shifts. It's not about working harder anymore. It's about building smarter. Think 100K is just a number? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, you'll see why it might be the most important number you'll ever reach. And if you're not there yet, don't worry. This video will show you how to get there faster. Why $100,000 is a special milestone. Let's get one thing straight. There's nothing magical about the number 100,000 itself. It's just a number. But what happens around that number, financially, psychologically, and even socially, is anything but ordinary. The compound effect finally kicks in. Let's say you invest $10,000 at a 7% annual return. That gives you $700 a year. Nice, but not life-changing. Now do the same with $100,000. Suddenly, you're earning $7,000 per year without lifting a finger. That's over $580 a month. That's enough to pay your rent in some cities, or cover your groceries, or reinvest and watch the snowball grow. It's the moment when compound interest stops feeling like a theory and starts becoming real money. Psychological shift from scarcity to strategy. Before 100K, every expense feels personal. You worry about $4 coffees, skip discounts, overpriced delivery fees. But once you hit that six-figure mark, your thinking changes. You start asking, how can I grow this money faster? How can I make my money work harder than me? In short, you stop surviving and you start optimizing. The first block of financial freedom. Most people think financial freedom requires millions, but hitting 100K is like laying the first solid brick. It's the point where you're no longer starting from zero. You now have leverage. You can invest in income-producing assets. You can take risks, like starting a side hustle, without fear of going broke. Banks treat you differently. Credit gets easier. Doors start opening. It's not freedom yet, but it's the first time freedom feels possible. A visual tipping point. Imagine two people. Person A has 10K. Person B has 100K. They both invest at 7%. After 10 years, Person A has around 20K. Person B, over 200K. Same strategy, very different outcome. That's the power of the tipping point. So no, 100K isn't just a goal. It's the moment the game changes, where time, money, and momentum finally start working for you instead of against you. Still think it's just a number? Stick around, because in part 2, we'll show you how everything shifts after you cross it. When everything changes after $100,000. So you've crossed the 100K mark. You might expect things to feel the same, but behind the scenes, something fundamental begins to shift. Because now you're no longer building wealth with effort alone. You're building with systems. Your money starts working, not you. Before 100K, every dollar you earn feels tied to your time. Work 1 hour, get paid. Don't work, don't get paid. But after 100K, even if you don't earn another dollar from work, your money keeps moving. Let's break it down. 100K in index funds at 7% return, you're making $7,000 a year even if you take a month off. Reinvest at 7K, and next year it's 107K, earning more. This is the moment you realize wealth is no longer about how hard you work, but how well your assets perform. And that changes how you think about everything. Your mindset evolves from saving to scaling. Before 100K, you focused on saving. After 100K, you focused on scaling. You start asking different questions. What assets can I buy that grow while I sleep? How can I build multiple income streams? What risks are worth taking now? Instead of clipping coupons, you're thinking about dividends, rental income, or digital products that earn while you live. That's not being reckless, it's thinking like an owner. Access to leverage and opportunity increases. Something funny happens once you have money. More people want to work with you. Banks offer better credit terms. You qualify for business loans or mortgage rates that weren't available before. Investors, partners, or mentors begin to take you more seriously. Why? Because 100K is proof. Proof that you're disciplined, that you're consistent, that you understand how money works. You become someone worth betting on, even to strangers. You stop chasing money and start buying time. This is where real change begins. You start outsourcing low-value tasks. You stop hustling 24/7. You realize time is your most valuable asset, and now you can finally afford to protect it. You say no more often. You sleep better. You make fewer but bigger decisions, because now money isn't your goal, it's your tool. Your compass changes direction. Crossing 100K doesn't just improve your finances, it reprograms how you see risk, reward, and effort. Suddenly, it's not about survival anymore. It's about leverage, systems, focus. You're no longer climbing uphill. You've reached a slope where gravity starts to help instead of hold you back. And the best part? This is just the beginning. In part 3, we'll explore how your mindset, habits, and identity shift completely once you step into this new financial chapter, and why the real wealth isn't in the money at all.
How your mindset changes after 100K. Crossing the 100K mark doesn't just grow your money, it changes the way you think. Before 100K, most people focus on income. How can I earn more? How can I cut costs? After 100K, your focus shifts to assets. What can I build that pays me even when I'm not working? How can I grow this faster, not just safer? You stop chasing small savings and start asking bigger questions. Is this worth my time? What systems can I build once and benefit from forever? Time becomes your most valuable currency. And suddenly, you see money differently, not as the goal, but as a tool to buy freedom, to say no to what drains you and yes to what matters. You stop playing defense. You stop living in fear. You start making decisions from a place of confidence, not scarcity. Because the first 100K proves something more important than wealth. It proves you're capable of building it.
The paradox of wealth. Here's the strange truth no one tells you. The moment you stop obsessing over money is often when it starts flowing in. Because real wealth isn't about chasing every dollar. It's about building something that runs without you and becoming someone who doesn't panic when money moves slowly because your foundation is solid. 100K doesn't make you rich, but it proves you've mastered the mindset that will. So the question isn't, how can I get rich fast? It's, how can I build a life where I don't have to think about money all the time? If that's a question you want answers to, subscribe, stick around, and let's build it, one smart decision at a time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.